Los Angeles. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
Well, the number one thing to discuss is just how lopsided this series has been. You know, you get to this point of the season, Boog, and you expect both teams to be on pretty even ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. But hey, coming back to win the series has been done before. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today's starting pitcher, Tarik Skubal. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that.
Here's Mike Trout.
Left fielder, Mike Trout.
Trout, a former MVP, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
Strike two. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Swing and a miss, and Skubal gets the strikeout. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. This is the World Series on the show. We go to the bottom of the first, and going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Ryan Weathers.
Yeah.
Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, a real rough one last time out, only lasted an inning, so he's pretty fresh, so expect him to be on his game in this one.
Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out.
Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand. He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Two down, bases empty. Will Smith to the plate. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. That is the inning. Nothing on the board for the Dodgers in the first. We're back on the show from Chavez Ravine in a few. No score. The The fourth game of the World Series. Bottom of the second, here come the Dodgers. No score. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Ben Joyce.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Teoscar Hernandez leading things off and takes a strike. That one lifted to left. Track under it. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Freddie.
Playing in the World Series north of the border was certainly special for Freddie Freeman. His dad, Fred, hails from Windsor, Ontario. His mom, Rosemary, from Toronto.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all. Don't see it more commonly in the sport these days, but, man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
That's a ball.
Second inning here, no score. This to center field. Bellinger in a full sprint. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So they go quietly there. We played 2 full, no score. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Here's Mookie to hit. In there for a strike at 100 miles an hour. And now it's even 1-1. On the inside corner for a strike.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Bounce it off, still 1-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it back. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. On a line, base hit. So he battled through a long at bat and earned himself a hit.